welcome to episode that one. Right, I am going to put in the swivel seat. The reason I'm doing it now before I continue with any of the build is because my kitchen unit and everything, I just want to make sure that I've got the clearance I need before I finally fix that into position. So if I need to go back slightly or to any direction, just to ensure that this can swivel and can swivel in a comfortable manner, because we all like to swivel nicely. Okay, this is it in its entirety. It's very heavy, so being heavy means it's expensive. It's from Kirivans, which come across as one of the most preferred or recommended makes. So I'm going to unbox it, and I'm assured that it takes half an hour to unbox. Sorry, to unbox and to fit. It's a half-hour job. So, like anything, if you haven't done it before, always be a wee bit longer. So, opening up the box. Obviously, fast forward if you don't want to see the deboxing. It comes with 3 bolts. Really? And I thought it would have come with 4. Bit of a shame, bag's not even fastened. And there it is in its entirety. Whether or not there's spares, I don't know. I will obviously reach for the instruction manual. So there it is. Okay, so we'll have that out of the way. Absolutely no instructions at all. Okay, so it's one of them. Right. So, armed with my 3 bolts and my swivel plate, I'm going to take this off. Okay, just inside there, there's some clips, look, see there, look? I'm just going to prise them, like so. Do that across there. Like so. Showing. And that gets me underneath Inkton's, and I'm looking and I'm seeing there's a very large star drive there. So I'm going to go and see if I have something big enough to undo that. Otherwise that's going to stop me in my tracks until I do. It was always going to come to this. No, I'm kidding. So you can see there's a... there. You just squeeze them and they do come out very easily, so just focus on them. That side, as you can see, is 2 lugs, okay, but I'll show you when I fit them back in. So that is all the surrounding cowling out, so now it's just a case of sockets and loosen this seat off now. Okay, newsflash, 11mm fits over this star drive. 11mm socket, and you can see it's not a massive ratchet I'm using. Okay, so that's going to come away. That's your bolt, Okay, so I'm going to leave that there so I know that came from there. And just one push with that lug and it comes away. I can now get in there and there we go. So you can see firsthand this is how I'm doing it, so you know exactly what to expect. So I'm going to put the camera down, I am going to loosen that off and then get that one. The next part, here's 2 bolts at the front which are 16mm, again not massively tight. Okay, so I'm assuming now if I move this, she's just going to lift out. Okay, so I'm just going to pop the seat into the back of the van. I've undone them because you can't get to them with a thingy, but I figured out that you undo that and these are now clear. Just finger tight at the moment because I am not sure what the future holds with them, because I'm wondering whether to straighten that up then. Well, take these off, put the seat on. Is that? Yeah, these are welded, so when you undo them, so I'm going to take these off ready. There's nothing on here that says what's back or front, so again, it's trial and error. So I've rested the seat on top. I haven't fastened anything down, so there we go. Now, so it will spin that way, and obviously what I've got to do there, I've got to undo the seat belt and take that off when I'm putting the seat round, which I think is going to be a wee bit of a pain. I shall double check that. Let's just go with it for now, just for the okay, that's catching. Okay, what I've done, see there, look, I put a spacer there which has raised this plate up slightly, and hopefully that will stop the seat catching. That's the only thing I can think that, but it appears to be operating well. Moving it around. There you go, pulls towards, etc. I've also unbolted the seat belt from there. So I'm going to pop the seat on and give it another go. Okay, obviously the headrests there, I've dropped them down because it said it does rise the seat up. It's only the first time I've done it, so it has been a little bit fiddly, and I have worked out that the best way to do it, because of the armrest here on the driver's seat, it's better to have the chair going from this way rather than trying to go from that way, because it can't get past that bit. So it's a little bit crude at the moment because I'm still learning, but Okay, obviously picture that when this is bolted to the actual swivel plate more securely, and these then will there drop into there, and then you'll, that's it, tighten that up to there like so, and that you can feel just with the one bolt that's feeling a lot more secure. Bearing in mind I haven't put in the back bolts yet, and I've only loosely put in the front bolts, so that spacer in my eyes was enough to help that just raise it slightly. So remember, this is just for me a learning curve. So sitting in the seat, and obviously I unbolt the seat belt, which it's not ideal, but there's no other way around it, and we start, obviously having done that to all of them, we'll then make the plate loose, and we'll then spin the chair like so. Move that up, spin that, then drag it down a bit, and there you go, and that's it. So obviously after I've done it a few times I will get better at it. A bit of a Bob Fleming there, and then that lines up with the bolts. You screw them in, do the same at the back with the other two, and you're in. You've got your seat. Well, this definitely adds a whole new contrast to the van, especially when you've got visitors. So I think it's perfect. Goggy? You'll have a look at it in a bit, Gogs. So yeah, definitely. And then with all of that piece in here, then you've got nice space. So it is money well spent. It was definitely something we needed to open up the van, and obviously for me, for headroom as well, because I've got plenty of headroom here. Because this has raised the seat up slightly, hence that's why I said I dropped that down so that wasn't catching on anything. So right, let's get everything bolted down. Okay, so next step, I'm going to bolt the seat down. I am that confident now. Famous last words. So that actually does glide better now. So onto there. Washer, nut. I will exchange them for locking nuts at a later date. Okay, all the bolts have been tightened up under there now, and there, and obviously I've put the plate, the floor plate ones back in as they were. See there, that's all bolted in now. Obviously there's a bit of movement in the chair because I want to just move the chair around now that it's fastened to a solid base. Okay, so you pull up to your parking place, you undo the seat belt clip from there, making the seat free, undo these, and then spin, I would say clockwise, so start to move her along, like so. There, pull her slightly adrift, and that's it. It does glide much better now. And then just pull that down a bit. And probably push that back up. Across. It does move very freely, and what I've done is I've tried not to force it, and then of course drop them down, do those up like so, and that makes that very rigid. There, you can feel that pulling that down together now. There you go. I'm only going to do the front two up. As you can see. Wiggle that around to get that comfy. There we are. Yeah. So once that's fastened, just hand tight, then we can actually see, if I climb in now, this is with just those done up, that's not going anywhere. It feels quite stable just with those two done up there. So yeah, made a big impact to the van, so I'm happy with that. Okay, thanks for tuning in. That's another task done, completed. So all that fits now is right. So that's in now, and that's another job that I've wanted to get out of the way before I finish off doing the rest of this. So I'm happy with how it's gone in. Obviously been finding my feet how to do it, and I hope it helps. I will have a go at fitting the cowling back in and see that it doesn't disturb it too much, so I'll pop them back in and just show a few photos at the end of what is in. Obviously don't forget to put that back in, so handy to carry a socket at all times for that little job there. Okay, that's it. Thanks for tuning in, and obviously please follow the other videos and see how I'm getting on with the rest of the build. Okay, thanks, take care, bye.